Hi everyone and welcome to Stamp with Angela. I'm Angela Palmer and I'm excited to be here with you today to share some ideas with you to help you with your card making and scrapbooking. So I enjoy coming live to you each week on Thursdays at 1:30 p.m. New Zealand time. Now I know some of you are able to watch live and some of you watch the recording later as well. So thank you for joining me. And today I'm going to be sharing with you the Peaceful Garden Suite, which has the Peace on Earth bundle and also some other beautiful papers and embellishments and ribbons and things that are part of the suite too. So I'm really enjoying this suite. I've made quite a few different things with it, and I'm looking forward to showing you a card today and showing you what is part of the suite as well. So hopefully with today's cards, it'll give you some inspiration, some ideas. Now, this is from the mini catalogue, which does have quite a few sort of Christmassy things in it. But with this particular set, with some of the sentiments in it, you could use it for other things, not just Christmas. Could be sort of sympathy, other things as well. And I've got some other cards to show you that I've used with this as well. All right, so let's get started, and I will show you the set and the where is it? And the products that are part of it as well. All right, here we go. So if you have a look in the mini catalogue, which is this one here, if you have a look on pages, not there, here it is, from 32 to 35, you will see this wonderful suite. So you'll see here it's called the Peaceful Garden. You'll see some of the colours that are used within that suite. Cloud Cover, Misty Moonlight, Secret Sea, so 3 different sort of blues, plus Pecan Pie, Crumb Cake, and then some basic beige as well. You see a little bit of sort of Pecan Pie in there with the leaves and things. So we've got the stamp set and the dies. We've got the papers. So these are the Peace on Earth papers. The papers are called the Peaceful Garden Designer Series paper. We've got an embossing folder, some glimmer paper, some embellishments, and some ribbon. So there's quite a lot that is part of this particular set. So it is a good one. So just let me know, just checking comments and things. Let me know that you can hear me and all is good. Appreciate those of you that are joining me today. So I'm showing you the Peaceful Garden Suite, and here's some more ideas and ways to use it. So tags and cards and all sorts of things as well. All right, so you'll see here with this particular card, the embossing goes right up to the edge. With this one, they've left a gap top and bottom, so you can make it work how it suits you. All right, so let me show you one other thing in here as well. So like I said, that was 32 to 35, but if you go further through the catalogue, this is more scrapbooking based, but it uses the same kind of colours and themes and things. This is called the Peaceful Days. So the colours down the bottom are the same. We've got the same designer series paper, but there's a couple additional things that kind of coordinate with this whole suite. So we've got another stamp set. So if you look a bit at that first one, it was just sentiments basically. Let me go back. So you'll see here, love, peace, love and joy, sending, wishing you, peace on earth, hugs and that kind of thing. So they are sentiments, whereas this one here, it still has a few words, but a couple of images as well, which are quite cool. If you're liking the two-tone cardstock, you can get a variety pack of 2 sheets of each of those colours that coordinate with this suite. And there's also a sticker sheet. So I'll show you the sticker sheet. So this is cool, particularly for scrapbooking, but you could obviously use it for cards and things as well. So you can't buy a sticker sheet on its own, but you can buy it with the designer series paper. So you can either just buy the designer series paper on its own, or you can buy the designer series paper and the sticker sheet together, and then you can use these for decorating scrapbooking pages or whatever you like. Now I'm going to quickly show you some of the designer series paper. Now I've got this, just reaching down to find it, cut ready for my paper share to send out. So that's why it's a, 6 by 12. So these are the papers. So on one side, so that one's kind of flowery leaves, which you saw on those stickers. Then we've got one with doves in it, more leaves. Oops, doesn't want to count. More doves. And then the last one is kind of that background. So I don't know if you can see them all there. All right, so that's the design on one side. Flip it over, and then you've got some cool patterns. So this is where your basic beige and things come in as well, some cloud cover. So you've got some, oh, there's a die there tucked in. Yeah, so cool designs there. So that is the designer series paper, which is called the Peaceful Garden or Peaceful Greenery. Peaceful Garden, I think. Now there's also the glimmer paper, which is stunning. Don't you love this? So we've sort of got some blues and greys or silver. That is the shimmer paper, glimmer paper, sorry, that coordinates with this as well. So it's also a 12 by 12, but I've cut these down for my share, which I'll talk about a little bit later. All right, so part of the suite, we've got the Peace on Earth stamp set. We've got the Peace on Earth dies. Now they're not all there because I've been using them. These are the dies that it includes 2 doves, little envelopes, stars, a bigger leaf, little sprig if you want to put it in the dove's mouth, and then these here, which are cool. Plus the embossing folder, which is probably hard to see. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. So this is what the embossing folder looks like when it's embossed. So you can see it doesn't emboss in the middle. That's just flat. So if you have a look on here when I open it up, you've got a pattern around the edge, but this is flat in the middle. Now with our standard size card, it doesn't quite go to the ends, but you can adjust. I think this one actually, that's more of a for an A4 full size card, but you could do it with a gap top and bottom like we saw it in the catalogue, or you could make it a bit smaller. Is that cut down a little bit, and then it goes slightly more to the edges, but yeah, lots of possibilities. Okay. So we're going to make today's card, and I'm not using the paper, although I love the papers. I'm using the embossing folder and things. If you did my catalogue launch, I made a card using the suite then. So this is a bit of a variation on that, and I'll show you those cards that I did as well. So this is what we're going to make today, but we're going to try a different card base as well. So I've got Misty Moonlight, and I've gone for a wider border so that this embossed piece is kind of the full size with all the embossing around it. Now, this isn't really a hybrid embossing folder, but I have put my, which way around is it? I have put my die in here. It just kind of holds it in place, and put this on top and cut them together. I'm not 100% sure if you're meant to do this or not, but it does work. Whoops. So the trick is keeping the die still. It's not caught in a hybrid embossing folder, so I don't know if it's meant to do this. You could cut it first and then put the die in. I think there's a little bit more at the bottom than the top, so I'm just going to move it up slightly, move it back slightly. I think that's okay. I'm going to check the die is kind of still in place. It's moved a fraction. So let's just try again. So it's keeping that in place and then putting this where we want it without moving it. And then we'll put, that looks good. Now I've got to bring my machine up and not move it. I'm going to check the other side. We're good. So I'm just using a 1 plate, this die, and then a 4. So you could obviously just do it and then cut another die cut and put it over the top if you didn't want to cut it out, but I quite like fitting it in the space, so either or. Let's have a look. Ta-da! So that's kind of, it obviously is leaving a little bit of marks of the cardstock in there, but I can give that a wipe and get that out if I need to. Okay, so there we go. Slightly more that way than that way, but that will do. Okay, so I've also pre-cut the same shape die because I'm going to put that in there. So I'm going to have that more at the bottom like this. So hopefully I've got here, yes, my Peace on Earth stamp, and I'm going to stamp it in Secret Sea. And my very messy pad, as you can see. I'm going to do it in the middle so I can put like a dove above and something below. Try and get it straight. Very good. Now I'm going to clean that. I don't usually kind of show what I'm doing with cleaning, but I will in case you haven't seen it. So this is the stamping scrub, and I've put a little bit of blue paper in there and yellow paper in there. So in my blue one, I spray some of the stamping mist, and then I can clean my stamp, getting all the ink off, and then I'm going to put it on the other side and dry it. And then because if I leave it, then some of the ink's going to kind of stain, and I don't want to do that. So clean as soon as you can is best. Okay. So we've got that and that. So putting my card together, so my original one had a white base. I'm going to try a different color base this time. So I'm going to have, where's my cloud cover? Is that the size to fit in there? Yes, it is. So you could stamp in there, but I kind of want to fit that in. Now I want to raise it up. So I'm going to get some dimensionals and then adhere it. So I'm going to do my 4 corners. Actually, I want to show you one other thing. You can leave it like this if you want to, or if you want that pattern to stand out a bit more, we can also sponge it. So I'm going to bring this back up again because it's, you can see I've been making 21st cards. There might be a bit of ink on here already. I'll get some more, I think. So I'm going to use Misty Moonlight, which is the same color as the cardstock, and just press a little bit harder, and it'll just bring out the pattern just that much more. Of course, you could use two-tone cardstock and that kind of thing as well, but I don't have any. I didn't get that pack, so I've just got normal cardstock. So this is what I'm going to do. So if you compare the two, do you think, and that's probably distracting with it underneath, do you think the pattern stands out slightly more on that one? It looks like those points are a little bit more raised, so they've come up more prominently. So, but do that before you put your dimensionals on because you need a flat surface. So that's an optional thing you can do, just sponge and add a bit of colour. Right, so we're going to put, what else do we do? Let's put just a smaller bit down here. And I use all my edge ones as well, another one there. All right, so we're going to take off the top layer. I like to use my Take Your Pick tool because, as you can see, I just don't really have any nails. Here we go, is that one off? And I usually highlight it so I can see if it's sticky. Now what I'm going to do is just gently put it on but not push it down, and see if I'm happy with the lining up of it. See, it's a bit wonky, so I'm just going to lift. I haven't pushed it down, so hopefully I can adjust it. Maybe the whole thing needs to move down a little bit. So, oops, that one feels like it's stuck a little bit. So I haven't pushed it down, so hopefully I can wiggle it a bit. Let's try again. So about there. And that looks better. Okay, I think I'm happy with that border. So now I can push it down, and then I'm going to put that onto my card front. So this time I'm going for completely opposite. I'm going for a darker background, going for the Secret Sea. So you can tell me what you like. All right, there we go. So tape or glue, whatever you like, and put that on. I will take that out for afterwards. Then I'm going to put this in here, and I'm going to raise that up as well. So let's go 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now with this pattern, depending on what you put there, you know, you could have the card this way, have the card this way, depends obviously on your sentiment and which way it fits. Peace on Earth, you could have stamped that way as well. All right, so I have pre-done my doves. So there's 2 doves in the set. So we've got this one here, which is opened, or this one here. So, what to do? Should we do a different dove this time? Now, I don't know if you saw in the set, you've got these things. So if you want to, I have pre-done them. You can get it to hold an envelope like so. Or you can get it to hold a little sprig as well. So I'm not quite sure which is the best way to kind of like that sort of thing too. I'm probably going to leave it off this card, but that is a couple of options. So let's try the different dove this time. I'm going to put that on with a dimensional. All right, so thank you for those that are joining me today. I can see a few of you. I know Elizabeth's left a comment to say she's here. Thank you, Elizabeth. If you're also watching, let me know you're here and where you are. That would be great. So that we've got that. So it's a different one. Now I'm going to add a bit of Winker Stella to my dove just to make him sparkle a bit. I did on this one, but my Winker Stella is, oh, actually I found my other one. I was going to say it's nearly running out, but I think I've got a new one here. So what I'm going to do is on a scrap piece, squeeze it out because it's probably going to come out in a blob. Let's see. It's not, but it is sparkling. So we're going to just colour our dove with a bit of Winker Stella, and then it will make it sparkle as well. Whoops, don't only want it on the dove. Don't know if you can see that in the video. Oh yeah, I can see it. Can you see a bit of shimmer there or not? But it's quite nice. Even more so in the dark, you definitely, not the dark, when it's nighttime you see it more. All right, very good. Now, what else have I done? So we're going to add some embellishments and we are going to add some ribbon. So this is the very nice, I forgot to show you that before. Not this one, where is it? Here. It's the Misty Moonlight and it's the silver edged one. So you could do a bow like that. So I like to tie it when it's still on because then I can hold all this. But I don't like to waste too much. So you can tie a bow and just adjust it and then put it on with a glue dot, which I'm not sure if I brought in. So you could do a bow, or if you want something a little less bulky, just tie a knot. So all I'm doing is like starting to tie a bow, threading it through, and then tying a knot. And I'm not sure if I've got my ribbon scissors, so we'll use these and trim about here. There we go. And then you could just put that on, except I think I want it to go down that way. So not so bulky. Okay, so there's a few differences. We've got different color base, different dove, different bow. If it's too long, I can trim it slightly. And then we've got our embellishments. Now, I pretty much, with my classes as well, nearly used all of these up. So I'm down to the last few. So they come in the Secret Sea, the Misty Moonlight, the Cloud Cover, and the white. So since I've got only lots of Secret Sea left, we will go with the Secret Sea ones. We'll do one big, and actually we might do a big and a small up here. You could vary the colors, obviously. And then that ties in with my Secret Sea card base. So let's pretend that's there. I'll have a look for my glue dots, but I don't think they're there. So what I'm going to improvise is, instead of a glue dot, I'm going to get a bit of tape and I'll just pull it off and roll it up and stick that down. I do like glue dots. And then stick it on like that. So it's acting like a glue dot. There we go. That was pretty clever. All right. So to finish it off on the inside, because I'm not using, there's no kind of image stamp that I can kind of put on the inside. What I did was I went with the cloud cover and then white, and then I've put a piece of the embossed in there. Then it kind of coordinates the two together. So let me see if I've got another piece of cloud cover and white. So that's a bigger piece, and I think I have I cut? Oh yeah. So I have made that. So I haven't gone for the same size as that, but I might actually do that. Let's cut these down so it matches the same size as the front. So I'm going to trim off a little bit more. So this is going to be 13.8 by 9.5. And then this one will be 9 by 13.3, something like that. I'm a metric person. What are you? Do you like metric or imperial? Okay, so then if I put those together like that, then my border is the same. It's a wider border like the front. Now I do need to change my blade because I've been cutting lots of paper, but you can just wet your finger slightly and just kind of run it along, and that gets rid of some of that wispiness. I'm going to find a strip of the embossing piece I had. She says hopefully. I thought I had some in here, but I can't. So what I want to do is have an embossed piece going across like so and put that in, but I can't see one. Don't really want to cut up one of these, so I might just have to. Oh, here it is. Found it. Okay, I'm going to ink this like, oh, sorry, there's the lid of the glue. Just going to try and sponge it slightly as well so it kind of ties in. A bit harder because it's a strip, but you know. There we go. And we're going to glue that down like so and then trim it. I just like to put something on the inside. All right, so there we go. Grab my scissors and trim either side. So I just used, when I cut this piece out, kind of the edge piece, and I just put that in again and embossed it. Do you like to do something on the inside of your cards? What do you like to use, DSP or stamp something? Let me know what you like to do. It depends. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. All right. Oh, Felicity says nice cards. Thank you. Appreciate that. Just trying to come up with fresh ideas. So if you watched my catalogue launch, I made a set using this. The walkthrough of the catalogue launch is available on my YouTube channel, so you can check that out. I haven't included the card because that was kind of special for those that watched it, but I will show you the card, but not necessarily how I made it all. Okay, how are we going? What other comments? Very good. Okay, just having a look through here. Sue likes the darker base. Yes, I probably do too, and you'll see why, because all my other cards have got the darker base as well. So that's the Secret Sea. So the Secret Sea and the cloud cover are in colours, and Misty Moonlight is a colour that's been around for a while. So there we go. So that's the white, and then this is the Secret Sea. So same card, but it looks different with that kind of different colour background. All right, let me show you some other creations made with this. So a while back, this was part of an online event that demonstrators could do, and we could pre-order this early. So I've actually had it for a wee while to play, and we got to make a few cards. And now I'm trying to find which ones they were, and I can't. Oh, this was one of them. The first one, which was the easiest one with the DSP, I have put in a safe place, but I'm not quite sure where. It's my envelope. So this was one of them. So you can see some of the papers, and this is obviously not Christmassy. It's using the Heartful Prayers. We've got some of the texture there from the embossing, some of the glimmer paper, which is kind of that Secret Sea, some of the DSP, and then this is a little pocket, and we've used the die to cut that out and have a little message inside. So that's quite cool. Another thing we made was this box, and I'm just trying to put the ribbon back on it again. Oh, the ribbon won't come on, but just pretend the ribbon is tied around here like so, and this box opens like this, and so it's made into the DSP. And you'll see, again, we've used that die cut shape, big hugs for a good friend. We've used the glimmer paper this time. So here we had Secret Sea, here we've got the silvery grey one, some embellishments, and then we've, what's the word? Sponge that kind of background, which is cool, using the negative of one of the dies. And then another card we did was this one here. And you get to see a whole piece of the DSP, so it opens like this, so you see the inside as well, which is very cool. I find these kind of cards I like to stand up, so this was an extra, but I add a little wee stand on it, so then it can stand up on its own. So that's just a little extra that I like to do. Whoops, the ribbon is moving around. I think because I thought I had to untie it, but I don't. So here you can see the dove with a little sprig, and it's got a little bit of glimmer in it, some embossing, so all different features of that suite. Now, cards that I made for the online event. This was my first, and I didn't like it so much. I just felt too dark. I did sponge, there you can see. I didn't add embellishments because I got so far and I wasn't very happy with it, so I didn't want to kind of add any more. So basically I did the same thing, but I add an extra layer, and look at the difference. Okay, so can you see how that just pops out that much more now, because that was kind of dark on dark, but I've got a layer of cloud cover, and I just like that so much more. So then I did add the embellishments, and that's the same, just different color embellishments. The card size, I believe, is a little bit shorter than my other card, because I wanted the pattern going right to the edge. So it is a little bit shorter than normal cards. This was one, if you're on my newsletter, I shared a tutorial on how to make this card. And so you've got the designer series paper. I've used a punch this time. And then this last one was part of a swap made by Rhonda Fawcett. And she's used the paper in the background, which is very cool as well. And she's used Lost Lagoon, which is a different color. So lots of different ways to use this, and I'm going to show you one last one, and this was my card in my class this week. So this one here, so it folds flat, but when you stand it up, I don't know if you can kind of see, but it's like a sort of 3D one where it's got, this comes out. So big thank you to Jo, who's in my team, Jo Whitaker. She made a card like this with completely different papers and things. And used a different die on the front. I've used the textured notes, and then I did this on the back with some sponging. So that's a cool card that's just a little bit different. So this is the kind of thing that I teach at my in-person classes, a card that's like a fun fold and a technique card as well. So yeah, you can, if you're interested in that kind of thing, do let me know. Wonderful. All right, one last thing to show you that is not paper, that is not cards, is papers. So have a look at this. If it will fit under the camera, I do not know. This is my paper shares, well, and a catalogue in there too. So I have been busy preparing these papers for my paper share. So they're nearly complete to send out for those that have in the first couple of groups that took part. So you basically get a sample. So if it's a 12 by 12, you'll get a 6 by 12 of each of these. And then I've labeled it saying what set it is, what colors it uses. Some of them are 6 by 6. I'm yet to label those ones. These were the ones I used last week in my live, the Christmas tags and more. So you get a sample, but as you see, you get so many different papers. You get this one, you get these, you've got the white snowflake one, you've got the autumn ones. So this one is online, I think. The glimmer paper. Have you seen the velvet? So red, green, and white velvet, which is very cool. There's another autumn one, which is the autumn, I don't know how you say it, toll or something. So that's cool. stairs and different things. What else have we got? Oh, we've got some more of the snowflake one. We've got the Modern Christmas. I think I've put the whole pile upside down. Modern Christmas, which is your gold and your white and your black. That's online exclusives. To go with the autumn colors, you've got the earth tone metallics. Another online exclusive, you've got the Elegant Pine Designer Series paper. So sort of snowflakes, but green, and then other designs on the back. There's more of the Peaceful Gardens. You've got this fun North Pole delivery one, which is cool. Traditions of Christmas specialty paper. So this has got the gold running through it, which is very pretty. And then some more neutral colors on the back. These have got a little bit mixed up. There's more so there are more of the same. Is there anything else new? No, there we go. So for those that have signed up, as you can see, I'm getting closer to sending them out. So hopefully quite a few will go out tomorrow. There was the option of a cardstock share. So if you want cardstock to match, so for example, where was this? Traditions of Christmas. So you can see the colors are like cherry cobbler, gold, old olive, pool party, real red, secret sea. So in the cardstock share, you've got some of those colors. What have we got? Cherry cobbler, old olive, pool party, real red, secret sea. So you can match them and make some beautiful cards. So with the paper share, it officially closed on Sunday, but there was one group that needs just a couple more people in it for it to go ahead. So I don't want someone to miss out. So if you didn't get a chance to sign up and you'd love a variety of papers, buying one paper pack on its own is like $26.25, and there's like 13 different packs in here. So off the top of my head, I think it was $96, which I know is quite a bit, but look at all the paper you get plus shipping. If you want to top it up with cardstock share or ribbon, I didn't bring the ribbon in here, but there is a ribbon share too, which includes the one I used today and some reds and greens. Check out my blog. So like I said, it officially closed, but I just need one or two more just to finish that group. So get in contact with me. So there we go. Wonderful. All right. So I hope you enjoyed today's card. Where are we here? Where is it? So it's this one here, the Peace on Earth. Love this set. Have had lots of fun with it. As you can see, there are so many different ways that you can use it. And I mean, you probably know that I like blue. So, cards with blue are going to appeal to me anyway. But so many possibilities with this set. So if you're interested in purchasing this or anything else, get in contact with me. If you want to take part in my paper share, do let me know too. That would be great. All right, I have just put all the papers on my chair, so I can't sit down for the last, but let's see if I can just move them for a second. All right, any questions, please reach out to me. If you are watching on YouTube and you haven't subscribed, then I encourage you to subscribe to my channel. Then you'll know when things go live. Same with me. Follow me on Facebook. I'll have a quick look through some of the comments and things later because I missed some of them as we were going through. All right, looks like some of you have had orders arrive, so that's exciting. Enjoy playing with your goodies. Reach out to me if I can be of any help. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you again next week, if not before. So thank you so much. And yeah, we'll see you again soon.